Good morning, students. Today we will start next poem, Upagupta. Rabindranath Tagore is the writer of this poem. So Tagore is a Bengali poet and he is a Nobel Prize laureate. He was awarded Nobel Prize for his volume of poems Gitanjali. So let us start the poem. Upagupta. Upagupta, the disciple of Buddha, lay asleep in the dust by the city wall of Mathura. When the poem starts, Upagupta. Who is Upagupta? He is the disciple of Buddha. He is the pupil, he is the student of Buddha, and he was sleeping in the dust by the city wall of Mathura. Right? Lamps were all out. Atmosphere कैसा था? There was darkness. It was night time and lamps were all out. Doors were all shut and stars were all hidden by the murky sky of August. So it was the month of August. So there was no star. There were no stars in the sky. Sky was murky. Murky means cloudy. And there was darkness. There were no lamps. All doors were shut. People were in their houses. Whose feet were those tinkling with anklets, touching his breast of a sudden? So Upagupta was sleeping, and suddenly he listens. Suddenly he listens to some type of sound. What type of sound? It is a sound of tinkling with anklets. जैसे पैरों में पायल की आवाज़ होती है, टिंकलिंग होती है, टिंकलिंग साउंड होती है, घुंघरू बजने की आवाज़. एंकलेट्स, जहाँ पे पायल, हमारे पैर का वो हिस्सा जहाँ पायल बांधी जाती है, पायल डाली जाती है, एंकलेट्स डाली जाती हैं. सो टिंकलिंग विद एंकलेट्स, टचिंग हिज ब्रेस्ट ऑफ अ सडन. Perhaps somebody touches his breast suddenly. So we come to know that Upagupta, he is the disciple of Buddha. He was sleeping by the city wall of Mathura. There were no stars in the sky. Sky was cloudy and there were no lamps. People were in their houses. Suddenly Upagupta listens to the tinkling of the sound and somebody touches his breast suddenly. So he woke up startled. Startled means alarmed, चौंक जाना. He is startled, he is alarmed, and he gets up. woke up means वो जग जाता है, उसकी नींद खुल जाती है, नींद टूट जाती है. So he woke up startled and light from a woman's lamp fell on his forgiving eyes. So he sees light. There was a woman and there was lamp in her hand and the lamp fell on his forgiving. Light that was coming from the lamp falls upon the eyes of the the student of Buddha, Upagupta. How his eyes are? His eyes are forgiving. Forgiving means माफ़ कर देना. ऐसे जैसे एक संत महात्मा की आंखें होती हैं जिनकी आंखों में कोई एंगर नहीं होता. There is no anger in the eyes of saints. So Upagupta was a disciple of Buddha and he was also by nature forgiving, and he doesn't get angry when he is disturbed by a woman. Rather, his eyes are very forgiving. It was the dancing girl. Who was that girl? She was the dancing girl, starred with jewels, wearing a pale blue mantle, drunk with the wine of her youth. So it was the dancing girl. She was the beautiful girl and she was wearing beautiful dress and starred with jewels. Jewels means jewelry गहने वगैरह से वो सजी हुई थी. Wearing a pale blue mantle. और उसने क्या पहना हुआ था? येलो. पेल मीन्स येलो, ब्लू, मेंटल मीन्स गाउन. इस टाइप की उसने ड्रेस डाली हुई थी. एंड शी वॉज इंटॉक्सिकेटेड, शी वॉज ड्रंक विद द वाइन ऑफ हर यूथ. तो उसकी यूथ वाइन, so she was very proud of her youth and beauty. She lowered her lamp and saw a young face, austerely beautiful. So she tries to see that man. She tries to see Upagupta. अपना लैंप जो है थोड़ा लो नीचे करती है, लो करती है, और उस यंग फेस को, उपागुप्ता के यंग फेस को, दैट वाज ब्यूटीफुल. ऑस्टेरली मतलब देयर वाज सिंप्लिसिटी in his eyes, there was forgiveness in his eyes, and his face was very beautiful. He was very handsome. So what does he say? She say, forgive me, young ascetic, said the woman. कि मुझे माफ़ करना. ascetic means सन्यासी. हर्मिट भी कह सकते हो आप, मंक भी कह सकते हो. MONK मंक, हर्मिट सन्यासी, ascetic. So graciously come to my house. The dusty earth is not a fit bed for you. So that dancing girl invites Buddha to come to his house, her house, and he says this is not a suitable place for that young Upagupta. So she invites Upagupta and asks him, this is not a suitable bed, this is not a fit bed for that person. Earth is dusty. The young ascetic answered, woman, go on your way. So what was the answer of young sannyasi, young hermit? He answered, woman, go on your way. अपने रास्ते पर जाओ. When the time is ripe, I will come to you. This line is very important. You can underline. When the time is ripe, I will come to you. Ripe means जब वक्त, सही वक्त होगा, मैं तुम्हारे पास आऊँगा. Suddenly the black night showed its teeth in a flash of lightning. अचानक there is a change in the atmosphere. There is a lightning, flash of lightning. बिजली चमकती है, और उस ब्लैक नाइट में, उस डार्क नाइट में ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे वो अपने टीथ, वाइट टीथ दिखा रही है. ब्लैक नाइट, ब्लैक एंड वाइट का कंट्रास्ट शो किया है इसमें. सो नाइट इज़ डार्क, एंड व्हेन इन डार्क नाइट यू सी लाइटनिंग, जब बिजली देखते तो एकदम से वाइट नज़र आती है. सो ऐसा लगता है कि लाइटनिंग जो है अपने टीथ शो कर रही है. ठीक है. सो द स्टॉर्म ग्राउल्ड फ्रॉम द कॉर्नर ऑफ द स्काई. स्टॉर्म मीन्स तूफ़ान, बहुत तेज तूफ़ान आ जाता है. ऐसे लगता है कि स्काई के कॉर्नर से ऐसे गुर्राता हुआ, ग्राउल करता हुआ बहुत तेज तूफ़ान आ रहा है. स्टॉर्म वॉज कमिंग, स्ट्रॉन्ग विंड्स वर ब्लोइंग, and there was lightning in the sky, and the woman trembled in fear of some unknown danger. And tremble means कांपना. So woman starts trembling out of fear. डर के मारे वो कांपने लग जाती है, और इसे ऐसे लगता है कोई unknown danger, कोई अनजान खतरा उस पर आने वाला है. Right? The branches of the wayside trees were full of blossom. ब्लॉसम मीन्स खिले हुए थे, ब्लूमिंग फ्लावर्स. सो वे साइड ट्रीज, जो रास्ते पर जो ट्रीज थे उनकी जो ब्रांचेस थी, देयर वर सो मेनी फ्लावर्स ऑन द ब्रांचेस ऑफ द ट्रीज. सो ट्रीज वर ब्लॉसम्ड. Gay notes of a flute came floating in the warm spring air from afar. फिर से there is you will see again there is a change in the atmosphere. First there was darkness, then there was lightning, and now you see there is spring season, and there are flowers on the wayside trees. Gay means happy, notes means music, flute means बांसुरी. और ऐसे लगता है कि फ्लूट का जो म्यूज़िक, हैप्पी म्यूज़िक जो है वो warm spring air, बसंत में जो हवा चलती है, afar means दूर, ऐसे float करती हुई, तैरती हुई, वो खुशबू, वो म्यूज़िक आ रहा है, ठीक है. So there is an atmosphere of happiness. Spring season has come, and there is blossoming of flowers, and there is music of flute in the warm spring air. The citizens had gone to the woods for the festival of flowers. Now all the citizens, सारे जो नागरिक हैं, लोग हैं, वो कहाँ गए हैं? They have gone to the woods means forests to enjoy, to participate in the festival of flowers. From the mid sky gazed the full moon on the shadows of the silent town. Now once again the town is silent. People have gone to attend the festival of flowers, and full moon was gazing means होता है देखना. ऐसे लगता है पूरा चांद जो है आसमान से नीचे देख रहा है. गेज मतलब होता है लगातार देखना. किसको देख रहा है? साइलेंट टाउन की शैडोज़ को, ठीक है. द यंग ascetic was walking in the lonely street. और वही यंग सन्यासी उपागुप्ता जो है लोनली स्ट्रीट पर चल रहा था. While overhead the love sick coils uttered from the mango branches their sleepless plaint. ओवरहेड और ऊपर किसकी आवाज़ें आ रही थी ट्रीज पर? लव सिक कोयल. कोयल इज द नेम ऑफ बर्ड. कोयल की आवाज़ें आ रही थी. हु वाज लव सिक, इट मीन्स शी वाज, कोयल was finding her partner, and from where she was, कोयल was cooing. There was cooing sounds from the mango branches. मैंगो ब्रांचेस से उसका प्लेंट मीन्स म्यूज़िक, उसकी आवाज़ जो है कोयल साउंड, वॉइस साउंड इज़ वेरी स्वीट, वेरी मेलोडियस. स्लीपलेस, शी कोयल इज़ वेटिंग फॉर हर पार्टनर, फॉर हर बिलवेड, एंड शी इज़ अनेबल टू स्लीप. शी इज़ स्लीपलेस. प्लेंट मीन्स म्यूज़िक, सो देयर इज़ म्यूज़िक इन हर वॉइस, इन हर साउंड. Upagupta passed through the city gates, and Upagupta was passing through the city gates, जा रहा था वो, and stood at the base of the rampart. और वो वहाँ पर जो रैम्पर्ट था वहाँ पर वो वेट कर रहा था उस he was standing there at the base of the rampart. वो किले की दीवार के पास खड़ा था. Was that a woman lying at his feet in the shadow of the mango grove? Grove means group of trees. So there were so many mango trees. Sound of koel was coming, and Upagupta was going on the in the lonely street, and he sees that woman, a woman was lying at his feet. उसके पैरों पर कोई woman लेटी हुई थी, struck with black pestilence, her body spotted with sores of smallpox. So that was the same dancing girl, and now she was suffering from a disease. There were the disease was black pestilence, and her body there were so many sores, मतलब wounds, जख्म थे उसकी body पर smallpox के. She had been hurriedly removed from the town to avoid her poisonous contagion. और उसको जो है टाउन से जल्दी से निकाल दिया गया था कि कोई उसकी कॉन्टेजियस मतलब उस किसी और को जहरीली छूत की बीमारी ना हो जाए. द ascetic sat by her side, took her head on his knees, and सन्यासी उपागुप्ता उसके पास बैठा और took her head on his knees, उसने उसके हेड को अपने घुटनों पर रखा, and moistened her lips with water, उसको पानी पिलाया, and smeared her body with sandal balm, और उसके जख्मों पर मरहम लगाई. Who are you, merciful one? asked the woman. तो वुमन ने पूछा कि तुम कौन हो? मर्सीफुल मीन्स काइंड, दयावान. द टाइम एट लास्ट हैज़ कम टू विजिट यू एंड आई एम हियर. दिस लाइन इज़ ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट. रिप्लाइड द यंग सन्यासी. उसने क्या जवाब दिया कि वो सही टाइम आ गया है. नाउ द टाइम इज़ राइट. नाउ आई हैव कम टू हेल्प यू. यू आर इन द नीड ऑफ माई हेल्प, सो आई एम एट योर सर्विस. आई एम हियर टू serve you. So this is the poem about Upagupta, who was a young sannyasi, who was a young hermit of Buddha. He was the young disciple of Buddha. So, and there is another character, dancing girl, who, when the poem begins, we see she was very proud of her beauty and youth, but later on she was removed from the town because of her terrible disease. But young sannyasi comes to help her in the time of need. So, read the text and try to answer the questions given below. Okay, thank you so much.